Allie, do you want to buy another car? No, not really. But I found a cheap one. Still no. What if I said it's a full-size Ford? Definitely not. But it's $325. You son of a bitch, I'm in.
Don't worry, you're in the right location. This is Autoali, and apologies, I'm not Allie. I'm Santa. But you are in the right location. I'll let you get back to that video here momentarily, but welcome to Autoali. I'm Santa, as I said, and I have a little bitty project going on through the month of December on the Good Things for Good People channel. You see, what we're trying to do over there is we're going to try to bring all of you good people, all of you good boys and girls together to generate a team that does good things for good people. It's as simple as that. Autoali is clearly on the nice list. Are you on the nice list? Will we see you over there? I sure hope so. Now, back to the show.
What the f*** am I getting myself into? Oh my god. It definitely had water in it. But it is an original 48,000 mile car. I think they should mostly clean up. Mostly. Maybe. Hard to tell. But new car coming to the channel. And it's a Landau. Oy vey. Alright. So we are patiently awaiting the arrival of the next channel car. This was not a planned purchase. This was a surprise visit. Taking a random message from someone I work with. Very nice lady. Super sweet. She had her dad's car. He passed away a few years ago. And car had been in storage. Well, she found out that the roof was leaking on storage. And she didn't know that. So her dad's car, his beloved car, was getting like jumped on, and it really messed up the paint. But she wanted it saved. She didn't want it to just go to scrap. So she and I worked out a deal that worked great for both of us. And we're going to try and save this car. It's going to be my first revival on the channel. But once it rolls in here, I'll show you guys what we're getting into. I think we can save it. I truly do. So we'll fight with it. We'll do a, Derek style or Dalton style revival on it. See if we can get it running and driving. Or at least moving. And then once we get it going, then we can clean it up and see if we can do little oddball things. I'm hoping I can clean the paint up for the most part, because aside from the roof, this car is rust free. I did not find a speck of rust on any quarter, any door, anything. So before this car was parked and subsequently had the roof pouring in on it, this car was very meticulously maintained. So hopefully only 8 years of sitting, will help it survive. Once it gets here, I'll turn on the camera. I'll show you guys what we're getting into. I'm moving this stupid pallet real quick. If we can, I got the camera on. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I do YouTube.
Okay.
If we can, I'd like to put it in front of that door.
Okay.
That's why I moved the pallet so you kind of had a straight shot.
Yeah. It's all locked up, so it's not going to roll anywhere, but...
Yeah.
We can put it in front
Hopefully we
of
can
the
get it
door.
off.
No, it'll come off.
You're good at that?
Oh, yeah. It'll come off.
You're a professional.
I'll try it.
That is one big ass car. Should I keep it for later? I don't need another car.
Hey, that's expensive.
Yeah, it was a whole like $3.
I don't care. It's expensive.
Now,
Next $3 may not be enough.
tell everybody. No, come here. Tell them we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
All right, it's the next day. I did a few little spot cleans to see how this thing's gonna clean up. And surprisingly well, I think. I just did that little bit there. I mean, all of this is stainless, so this should come back. This is what I'm worried about right here. I don't know if we're gonna get that out. We're gonna try some Mr. Clean Magic erasers. First things first, I need to get the stuff off the car. So we need to get all this shit off the back, from the roof. I don't think we're washing it today just because it's a little cold today. Tomorrow should be nice. Definitely musty. That's the worst part of the car right there. That headliner's bad. We're gonna have to see if we can find one. But I'm gonna air it out for a little while. Let it air out, and I'm gonna spray up the linkages and stuff and see if we can get some sort of motion on that carburetor. What'd you say?
I said I like it. It looks cool.
See?
I like our new boat.
She got good taste in cars. All right, so we need to get the 8 tracks out of here so we can try and get this trunk aired out.
That smell.
I know, right? I'm gonna pull the carpet. That way we can see if there's any rot underneath. I hope not. All this will get a sweeper and sweep it up. That's the roof that fell in on it. Pop the hood, lubricate that. I'll get a screw for Gee Mom's door. Look, this thing still has the original frickin' fender skirts and everything.
I think that's the only thing I don't like about the car.
You don't like the skirts?
I don't know. I've never. I
Really?
don't like them. I don't like them.
If you don't,
Everything else I
if you
love.
don't mind the smell, you can sit in it. It's not like dirty.
Oh, really?
It just smells.
I'll sit in it when it's clean because I like these pants. And I'm wearing these pants today.
Okay. You want to pull the hood latch? It's a boat. You really got to put yourself into it.
I was like, oh, what? Why did I go?
Let's get a better laugh. Here it is. You push this way. Oh, I'm sorry. Push this way and lift the hood.
Push the right way. My thumb's not that strong, dude.
All right. I will hold the latch for you. Just lift the hood. That's a whole lot of hood.
I was like, are you not lifting it hard enough? I was like, are you not pulling it
Yeah,
hard enough?
this is a lot of car. I still can't get over
think
how
this is
clean
my
this
favorite
is. Oh, you like the Landau lights?
Yeah, I love those. I love those.
When the car runs, the vacuum will actually pull that down. It is an original AC car.
And like, I oddly like this color.
Me too. In an odd way, yes.
Like, it's
But,
not
like,
cute,
Look
but it
how
fits it.
clean this car is. Like, I can't get over this. All right, so I need to get this off. You know how to take those off? Take that center stud and...
What is that closer?
Ugh.
Oh, Jesus. My hands aren't working today. You just lift it?
Yep, lift. Don't lose the top piece.
That's crunchy.
Yep. Well, there's a washer on the top that you might lose if you keep it flipped over.
That's not coming out.
Oh, okay. Wow. That's a whole lot of car. All right, so now this gets lifted up. And that carburetor looks like it came off the Titanic. So.
Sunk with the Titanic and they got it back up.
Yeah, it did. So we're going to have to see about that part. Don't pull too hard because it still has the original like air intake and everything. But it, yeah, that thing is like, oop. Throw my phone while I'm trying to record.
That's crisp.
Oh yeah.
That's crunchy.
Oh yeah, that's bad. I might have to replace the carburetor.
Might? I'm sorry. You might?
Well, we can always get one of those adapters and put the 4-barrel on it. But the problem is, when we put a 4-barrel on it, we lose this. I don't think this will go in a 4-barrel. Well, it might. We'll see. All right, let me go do that thing or put that screw in the door for G-Mom. Sipcon wires. Where's those originals? But like, look at, even like the stickers are all like completely legible. That's unreal. This is like it's like next
Yeah, try to
level
kill
shit
me.
here. All right, I'm gonna open the garage so you can get the 8 tracks out and I'll get that screw. You've got to be like, oh my God, I did get an umbrella. There's also a car cover in there.
It's crunchy, but you got one.
There's a car cover in the back. It's behind the seat, right here. That's a car cover. I don't know if I touched that one, but. So back before your phone, like the digital music, we had CDs. And before CDs, there were tapes. And before tapes, there was 8 tracks.
The Rolling Stones.
There's a Rolling Stones in here? No shit. What? Rolling Stones, Some Girls. Nice. What else we got?
Eagles.
Oh, yeah, we got the Eagles' greatest hits. 71 to 75.
Barry Manilow.
Ooh, he had some Barry Manilow in here, too. He got a good selection. Ooh, that one looks sad.
Just 40.
Here's some brand new ones. CJ Co. CJ and Co. Dead-Eye Dick. The Fantastic Four.
Frampton.
Frampton.
The SOS band. These make my hands feel grimy.
So, some of these are soaked from all the water getting in the car, but some of these are actually pretty cool. Hopefully we can save some of them.
I think the only ones I knew was the Rolling Stones and Eagles.
Oh, there's more over there. You'll know more. All right. Get the least fit in there.
Yes, they can.
All right, go ahead and grab that.
I don't see like any rust on this.
Well, there's none on the outside. I'm hoping it's not rusting from the inside out.
Oh. That like. Oh.
It's frozen. It was frozen to the floor. It's okay. Here you go.
What am I gonna do with it?
Put it in the garage. We'll find a place for it. Which ones do we got here? Damn it, come here. Here we go. There's Christmas music.
You hate that. Giggles more, the long run.
Ooh, Art Garfunkel. Fleetwood Mac. ABBA.
John Strauss.
Oh my God, there's some good ones in here. All right, go ahead and close that up. You can have that case. We'll keep it open, air it out. Then we got a box here we got to be careful of.
I'm honestly waiting for it to be like.
You're waiting for what?
Huh?
What are you waiting for?
I'm waiting to see a dead raccoon.
No, it's actually pretty clean. Ooh, floor mats. That's worth the price of admission. All right. What other tapes do we got here? That was a brand new idler pulley. Was. I don't know if I can save that or not. Put it in the... I had to leave it in here.
Leave it in.
Yeah. Steely Dan? Arlo Guthrie? Neil Young? Sure they'd be excited about that. Hart? Some good ones in here. More Neil Young? Joe Walsh? Hell yeah. And some good ones.
That's a crisp box.
Oh,
right there.
that's goopy as
Yeah, I'll let you take that one.
Using Haley's inevitable.
I'm better at it.
Oh my God, that is gross as fuck. I'm gonna take the tapes and I'm going to throw that box in the dumpster because that's gross.
Here's another one.
Go ahead and grab them. Ooh.
Don't be a drama queen.
Really? You're gonna tell me that?
Yes.
Alright, let's see how bad this trunk floor is. And see if I can not have to do too much salvaging. The edges? Oh my God, the edges are solid. Actually, I think it's actually pretty solid.
It's a crunchy mappa.
This
Oh, there's a
is
bug right by your hand.
probably dead.
No, it's alive. It's moving.
Hey, it is. Wow, it's not that bad. There's a little bit of crusties.
Crusties.
A little bit of crusties, but not too bad. All right. So that's a good thing. Oh my God. Does
Better
this
than you
have...
expected.
Oh, for a second there, I thought it had a electric latch. Wow. You know what I want to do?
Bang for your buck.
Well, like, check this out. All the original snaps work. There's the original spare tire. And it's still all locked in place too. There's the jack handle. Wow. The speakers are screwed. Darn, we might have to upgrade the stereo system.
What a shame.
You know what's sad? Here's what's sad. This is back when they built like 4-body trunks. You could like stack bodies in this bitch. So, literally, if we wanted to put like a huge stereo system in this with subs in the whole 9 yards, we could still fit 3 bodies.
Hey.
Like, we could fit a full subsystem in here and still be able to stack bodies for the Mafia.
See, if only we had this trunk for Power Tour.
I'll be honest with you. If this car runs as good as I think it will, and if it cleans up half as good as I think it will, this may go on Power Tour next year instead of the 66. Yeah.
Why? Just because the trunk?
Do you realize how comfortable this car would be?
I'd rather be uncomfy being a 66.
We
Okay,
would,
but I also like this car too.
we would be like floating on a cloud the whole way down. Or maybe we'll bring both. Maybe Mom will drive this,
Well, if the rat
and
rod's
I'll
not
drive
done,
the 66.
the rat rod's not done. Get Jesse in on it.
Yeah, there
Jesse
you go.
can take a week off work, so Mom does.
There you go.
And then whenever I can drive.
Yeah. Get this shit off there. I mean, this car is not going to come out perfection, but I think it's going to come out nicer.
I think it's better whenever they don't come out perfect. Like, I like cars with flaws in them. I'm not gonna lie.
What? So, something hit the trunk. This is the only dent I have found in this whole car. So,
Do you plan on keeping it like this color and like the way
I'm going to clean. Oh, I might be able to reach that. I might be able to punch some of that out. Maybe. We might be able to punch some of that out. So what the goal is, we're going to clean it up as best we can.
Oh, my bad.
We're going to clean it up as best we can. And however it looks, it looks. So like, we tinkered with it a little bit last night. It was dark, so I couldn't see much. But like, see all this stain? It ran the whole way down the quarter and across this. I spent about 3 seconds, and this is how far I got already. And then we actually did a hand buff on the front of it. On a little section. And this is how good that paint cleans
Oh,
up.
I saw that. I was like, can the entire car look like this?
Most of the car, unless some of these stains don't come out, this is the color of the car.
Oh, I love that. It like you know how like you see something and you're like, oh, it just fits it?
Yeah.
That's that color.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the color this car is supposed to be right there. So, we got to be careful because this era of car is very, very thin paint. So we can't just go after this thing with crazy heavy polishes and all that other stuff. Like, we got to be careful. Because I really don't want to repaint it. I kind of want to leave it just, clean but patinaed. Everything else seems pretty dang cool on it. I mean, all the turn signals are good. It was, from what I understand, this car was perfect until it was parked. It was her dad's car, and he was an older gentleman, and he passed away, so she transferred it into her name, but never did anything with the car. And it was in storage in what she thought was a good storage facility, so she never really thought about it. She just kind of left it sit there. Unbeknownst to anybody involved, the car was left there for free because it was a family friend. But unbeknownst to them, the roof had actually bowed and it caused a leak in the roof. That leak, every time it would rain, would pour right onto the car. And that's why this roof has the rust in it that it does, and this line. So the beam was here, like hanging from the roof, and it would drip on the car here. And when it would rain, it was a flat roof, but since it had caved in, it funneled all of the water from that roof directly onto the car. Which is why the sides look decent, top not so much, but like the interior is gorgeous, but wet.
You're wet.
So like...
That's my favorite part, no doubt, the dash.
The
I
dash?
love it.
Yeah. But like, I haven't opened the glove box or anything yet. I'm going to take you guys along. You can actually watch from this side. But like...
I put my hand on the seat. It feels like memory foam.
I'm telling you, this thing is like sitting on Grandma's couch. And I told her when I got in it, I said, well, I can tell that your dad was a smoker. And she goes, yeah, why? So there's a cigarette burn. All right. Oh my God, it's dry.
It's dry.
All right, we are going to not show her address. So we need to find a name for this car.
Frank. I don't know. I don't know.
See, there's the A-track.
Does it just decide to stop?
Not normally. All right, so what was he jamming out to? Eagles' Greatest Hits.
As you should.
And that's like a custom. Oh, that's the head cleaner. So, dude was jamming out to Eagles' Greatest Hits. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Gross. Hey, free screwdriver.
See, bang for your buck. That and the umbrella.
Oh, this is sad.
What?
The owner's manual got soaked. But this had the original owner. Okay, it was insured through Haggerty. So it was insured through Haggerty when he had it. But there's the original owner's manual for the car.
Still legible. Surprisingly, most of it.
AutoZone receipts. There's receipts for the car. What did he buy? B. Mark Constable sold the car. He signed the owner's manual and said thank you. It's a blank receipt. What's this one say? Blank.
Well, the ink probably washed off of it.
Yeah, most likely, but... Yeah. Stubbles Auto and Truck... Oh, out in Wampum. In 2010, the original owner, who was not the person who I bought it off of, had a master cylinder replaced and had a brake fluid flush. And in 2010, that cost him $99.81. Cheap mechanic.
Inflation.
Cheap mechanic. Probably going to have to change that master cylinder again, though. It's probably no good anymore. Automotive Express. It was inspected 5/11, or I'm sorry, in 10. The inspection was $20. This is the original service paperwork. Oh my God, tell me this has... No! What? This still has the original instructions for the car. This explains to you how to adjust the shoulder belts, all the starting instructions, because it's a carburetor. See, most of my people know what a carburetor is and they know what they're dealing with, but people were buying new cars and it was telling you how many times you had to pump the accelerator 1.5 or quarter to half time, then start. So it has all the starting instructions still in it. Oh my God. Here's the warranty. I wonder if the warranty is still valid. Okay. Car is. Here's the consumer information with all the original paperwork. We're going to give this all to Guimaume to dry out. It is a Ford LTD Landau 2-door pillared hardtop. Summary table, the low speed pass is 444 feet at 10 seconds. High speed pass, 1606 feet at 18.2 seconds. So it actually gives you all of this calculations on the car. And it even shows the VIN number. So it's this actual car. That's kind of cool. I have to give this to Guimaume and see if she can save it. For a second there, I thought there was an original... the window sticker for it. If the window sticker was in here, I was going to shit a brick. You laugh. All right, these need to go to Guimaume to be preserved. Yeah, this wood grain's really nice.
The steering wheel's cool.
Okay.
I like that a lot.
Okay, so we're gonna have to fix the heater
I tried
control.
putting this back up, but it's a little crunchy.
It has the remote. This?
Yeah, it's a little crunchy.
Oh yeah, it is.
It went down pretty easily, but it didn't go back up.
We'll have to lubricate them.
WD-40.
Oh my god. That is so freaking crazy.
And hey, you got an umbrella.
So all that can go to Gimon. This.
Does this car have AC?
Yes.
Wow.
I was just telling you that.
Oh, I wasn't really paying attention. I'm not gonna.
Obviously.
I kind of zoned out.
Obviously. Okay. So, now the question is, how about are the floors? It definitely had some water intrusion. All right. Do you guys, i.e. Haley, behind the camera, do you want to see if we can clean up this steering wheel and clean up the door panels and see what this interior is going to clean up like? Just do a little spit, because for the people at home, we're going to my daughter's for Thanksgiving, take 2. But maybe we can see if we can clean up this windshield.
We gotta see how.
There it is right there. This is where the water got in. Look at it, all pushed down.
Yeah.
So we're going to have the window resealed.
We gotta see what Ken's is doing because we gotta be there. Well, she said 12, but you said 1.
But it has an original clock in it. I almost want to power this thing up
Hey, why not try?
and see what works. Original Pioneer radio. That looks like an original. It might not be. No, that isn't the original. That is an aftermarket 8-track. That's still so cool. I honestly don't know if that will fit in the garage.
It looks really long, and I don't know why.
I honestly don't know if that will fit inside the garage. I don't. It may not.
Are you gonna?
Oh, the other thing I want to do.
Where do you think you're gonna put it?
I have no idea yet.
Because don't we have to put the?
I went and I bought a car. I didn't plan that far in advance. It's cute that you're like thinking I planned this out, but it didn't.
You're just like, well, we figure it out as we go.
The plan is, there is no plan. All right, so question number 1. Will any of this Landau clean up? I'm gonna go with the lighter stuff first.
Got real white real fast.
It will. Look at that.
The windows are gonna clean up.
Well, I'm gonna get some Windex and we're gonna wipe those. I think that's gonna make a huge difference on the car.
Yeah.
But we're gonna do.
Crunchy.
Yeah, look at that. It's like 3 seconds. But what we're gonna do for the channel is we're actually gonna do a full detail of this car. I'm doing a couple spots just to see how well it'll clean up, kind of get an idea. But I think we're gonna do a complete another detail, inside, outside, upside down, and see if it'll clean up. A little bit of rust under here. See, this is what Landaus do. Like this faux top. Look right here. See this bubble?
Mm-hmm.
That is rust. So, fortunately, this one isn't bad. This one's still pretty solid because it was well taken care of at one point. But what'll happen is, and anybody that watches Pole Barn Garage will know this because he did a LTD that like the roof was gone, and it'll actually rot underneath this, and it'll rot out the whole roof section. So like you'll peel this off and literally like you're peeling chunks of the C-pillar. So, fortunately, this one's still solid. So we can, just do the right thing and ignore that little bubble. And I honestly think she'll clean up. Let me grab something and I'll see if these door panels clean up. I think they will. I know the glass will clean up. It's kind of hard for glass to not clean up. Oh my god. There's so much stuff on here that the rag's stuck to it. Look. Ready? Wow. The worst part is you clean up the outside. Look at how much is on the inside still. That's how bad this car was. Wow, look at this.
That made a huge difference.
Still has the original car light windows. See right here? Car light. You know who I need? Max. Max would have
Wow.
Max would have a field day polishing this car. I know he's kind of busy.
Just a little bit.
But oh. That's crazy, the difference already. Here it is, cleaner. Okay, so what we're gonna do, I believe that these door panels are actually leather, because Ford used to use leather in a lot of stuff. I don't think it's like plastic or whatever, like the vinyl stuff. So we're gonna use an all leather cleaner spray just to be safe, and a conditioner. Let's see how that door panel cleans up.
Grandma Shirley goes, no, it's for you in case you wanted to buy something.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
She sent it to me, D.
Yeah, but you put it on my account. All right, you ready?
Soak it up.
Look at the wood grain here.
I think that's one of my favorite parts is the wood grain.
All the wood grain in it.
I love it.
Reminds you of Turbo, because Turbo has wood grain. That's what it is.
And I also love Turbo.
Oh my gosh, look at all the shit coming off this.
That's insane.
Looks like the chrome is gone on the doors though. Like they have, this is for you, Haley. This is usually like a plastic, like chrome, and it looks like that's gone. But
I kind of dig the white.
I actually love that you're digging this car. I'm not the only one that's like, woo!
No, because whenever Kenzie was like, I thought it was ugly, I was like, am I just weird?
No, because
I like it.
I'm a muscle car person. I like Mustangs and, Chargers and Barracudas and all that stuff. But
I think this is a good cruising car.
that's exactly it. And we can't forget the history. And like the 70s was an odd time for cars. Especially in America, because we had the mandates, like they mandated you had to have bumpers for 5-mile-an-hour bumpers and. So when you look at these cars, they look odd because they have these big, huge bumpers on them. And, like, it took away a lot of the beautiful design that the classic cars used to have. But it also has kind of a look to it, like almost a timeless look for how weird they are.
I told you, it's so ugly, it's cute.
Yeah.
Like, that's the exact definition of it.
Yep.
Like, somebody will look at this car and be like, that is the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I pull in and Gima just goes.
You showed me pictures, I'm like, I dig it.
Yeah. It's cleaning up. Look at this.
That looks nice.
Unbelievable. Look at this. It's going to take a lot more elbow grease to get some of these spots, but oh my God. Wow. Unreal. Okay, that's the cleaner. Now let's get some conditioner on it. Let's see how it shines.
Shiny.
Yeah, see, there's still more cleaning to do, but get some conditioner on it. Because this has been years of neglect. I hate to say neglect because she didn't want it to happen.
She thought it was safe.
Yeah, she thought it was safe. So let me not say years.
Years of
neglect.
unknowing.
Years of sadness.
I also love the like door.
The door pulls and stuff. Yeah, that's like old school. So, honestly, I think aside from the roof, like the headliner, I think aside from that,
It's gonna clean up.
I think this car's gonna clean up real nice. Look at that.
I'm already in love with it by just seeing the door.
Look at that. I mean, oh my God. And I want to give you a little reference here before I move my truck. A lot of people don't realize how big this era of car was. So I want to show you guys Uncle Buck next to Turbo. There's the front. Almost lined up, right? Mind you, Turbo is a crew cab dually. Basically the biggest truck you can buy. That's how big these cars are. Whoa. Alright, we're going to get detailing here. We're going to try and get this thing cleaned up and see how far we can get this paint to come.
So, due to the fact that it's been like sub-zero for a while, our hose is frozen. So, while we're waiting for the hose to thaw out, Haley and I are going to go over the chrome trim and see how much of the chrome trim we can get cleaned out in the stainless while we're waiting, because we don't just want to stand around.
I'm standing outside my window. I'm standing outside my window. I'm standing outside my window. I'm standing outside my window.
I was standing outside waiting for you. You were always taking time, baby, playing it through. I was calling out your name.
I think people are weird when they're washing a car on a day like today. You're fucking riding motorcycles.
The mint one.
Alright, want to close the door and get all the shit off the car? Well, see how this bitch scrubs up? Just throw it in the pile. Keep on cleaning. We'll send it to the laundry.
Can you shut the hell up? Haley. That's a good song for you. That's the song you're playing? No.
Put my eyes on the wall. You were running like a ghost from me. You were running from it all. You got me waiting, I'm on fire. You got me waiting, my desire. Keep on moving to the
what it started as. Alright, so we haven't got much with the roof yet. It still has that crappy look. But we're going to start working on this. Now, on the other side, you guys probably did see there's that huge rust stain here, came here, and all the way down the side. You can see we got rid of all that. So, I normally don't like using heavy stuff on paint. I like to start light and work my way up. So, starting out, we'll see what we can get with just some clay bar. So starting out, we're going to use some clay bar. We're just using just some quick detailers, just some cheap junk, just to lubricate. And we see what can we get off with just clay bar. Obviously, this stuff's pretty heavy. You see, we're not getting a whole bunch, right? So we're going to step up a little bit. This is quad zero steel wool. Now what I'm doing, I'm not saying this is right, but what I'm doing is I'm just hitting the dark rust spot. I'm not hitting the paint. And when I get close to where it looks like paint, I'll switch over to clay bar to get the rest of the stuff off. You got to be real careful with this because you don't want to scratch the paint. Surprisingly, the car is cleaning up very well. So I really don't want to damage the paint if I can avoid it. There's a little bit here, you can see like when the paint's faded a little, but overall, I think we can save all but the roof. The roof, it's got some rust pock in it. So this roof is probably gonna end up getting resprayed eventually. In the meantime, we'll clean it up as best we can. But we're gonna see if we can make the other side quarter and all the way down that side cleaned up and get that paint looking like this side, and then we'll see about getting the rest of the stuff off this trunk. I'm gonna fire some Pole Barn Garage up on the TV, listen to my buddy Dalton, and work on this. Remember, we're going to stay very light on our touch. Like, I'm not even pushing, I'm just basically rubbing and letting the steel wool do the work. Remember, slow and steady wins this race. We don't want to gouge into the paint because the more of this stock paint we can save, the better the car is going to look. And it's already cleaning up better than I expected. Another thing you can use that a lot of people use, like Derek, is the SOS pads, but it's cold, so I don't have the water running out to the garage. So that's why I'm using just regular steel wool instead of the soap. SOS. Now all this stain is rust from the roof, like the nails and all the stuff that was on the roof that had like leaked in on the car. Which is a shame because, you know, 48,000 mile car, actually cleaning up really nice. It's a shame that this happened, but if it didn't happen, we wouldn't have bought it for the price we paid for it. Alright, so I think I got most of the heavy stuff off. It's now just a matter of getting this side buffed, the hood buffed, and there's some more on this trunk that I gotta try and get, but I got a good start on it. Don't mind Dalton in the background. You can see I still have some here. It feels smooth, but it looks like it's still got a little more on it. We did get rid of all this rust. The big pore spots you can kind of see still, which are gonna hopefully clear out a little more. But got rid of most of it. Got that cleaned up. Now I gotta do the next 4 acres down this side. I'll catch you at the end of that one. I'm not gonna bother recording it, so.
Okay, so when you're done and the kit's all on, you're gonna paint this one color. We're gonna keep that a secret, and then we'll reveal that. It's gonna be one solid color with carbon exposed bits. You'll have to wait to see what we...
So, long story short, this car was a friend of mine's from work. It was her dad's. Dad passed away, car got damaged in storage, and she didn't know what to do. Called me, said she was gonna scrap it, and I saved it from the scrapyard. The object of this car on the channel kind of bases back to when I was talking to like my friend Dan from DD Speed Shop. I also talked to like my friend Austin over at Liqueur, and I kept expressing to them that I was kind of jealous of their ratty muscle cars, because like when the Mustang was in primer, it was nice to just go and have fun, and you didn't really care. You didn't worry about it being shiny or pretty or whatever. And I became a slave to the pretty shiny cars like the MG, like the Mustang. Now, it doesn't mean I'm getting rid of them. I'm not. I'll keep those cars forever. But I wanted something I could play with that was a little more, I don't want to say I didn't care, but it was something different, something with a personality. And when I walked up and saw this car, it definitely had a personality. And I thought it wasn't going to clean up very well. I thought the paint was going to be pretty well shot, and we'd end up scuffing it the best we could, throwing a clear coat on it just to keep the rattiness and call it a day. Well, here I am with a car that's shining up pretty darn nice. So we're going to keep with the motif though. I'm not going to paint it. This is all original paint from '76. This car is an original 48,000 mile car. I don't want to ruin that, and I don't want to take that away from it. I'm going to not care that there's spots in the hood or, you know, a little bit of staining on the trunk. The only spot that I may have to paint is the roof, because it's got some pretty bad rust on the roof from where the water and everything was hitting the roof. So we may have to repaint the roof, but everything else is going to stay original. I'm going to leave the seats as they are. I'm going to change the package tray because it's garbage. We're searching for headliner material. We're just going to make our own. This is going to be an extreme budget build. And the reason why is because these 70s Fords, unless it's a Gran Torino or a Ford truck or the Ranchero, they're really not worth a lot. You see the Elites, you see the Granadas, the LTDs, the Marquis. They're not big money cars. They're not like the Mustang that's worth 25 grand when you're done. This car is a couple $1,000 car being a 48,000 mile car. So we're gonna polish it up. I'm gonna let you all finish that, and then we'll go from there. So that's the story of detailing up this 1976 LTD. So this car shined up pretty darn nice. Now here's the problem with the roof. This is all rust. This is actually through the paint. So probably going to take some sort of maybe the steel wool and try and clean as best I can. Maybe spray some rust converter on it, and maybe try and spray the rust converter on it. Worst case, I can clear coat this and try and save it. Should I say best case, I'll save it. Worst case, we'll sand from here. We'll just tape off and do a quick shot and just repaint this roof. But like the hood, you can see there's stains. There's discoloration. There's dots. That's what I wanted. I wanted a car that had some personality, but wasn't like super pretty, but not super ridiculous either. Next up, now that we got it cleaned up, I'll explain. Now that we got it cleaned up, we're going to see about getting it running. All right, let's test it to see if the starter works. And see if we have spark. Oh, wow. Oh my God. There's so much car. And you got to be careful because you don't want to break the lights because they're impossible to find. There we go. All right, so now that we got it cleaned up some, we're kind of where we want. Now we're going to move into the interior. We did clean it up some. Seats are still nice. Dashboard's still nice. There's a little bit of rust on the top of the dash because water did get inside the car also. Yes, sad. Probably gonna end up pulling the windshield and the back glass to try and clear it. But we did get it cleaned up for the most part. I'm getting vinegar tomorrow and seeing if I can use vinegar to get some of these stains. Again, not looking for perfection. But if that top turns out something like this, I'll be happy. All right, so let's hop in this beast. These doors are long, long, long. All right, as you can see, headliner is shot. Blah. So we got to replace the headliner. We got to replace that back deck. But the seats themselves, not too shabby. See a little bit of rust there. But gauges, sadly, the white is messed up on them. But that is legitimate 48,000 miles. You can see the pedals are not even worn. I'll try and lighten that up for you. Cigarette lighter works. I have not got the headlights to pull yet. So, kind of like piddling with stuff, trying to get things to work. The radio does turn on, but I haven't really piddled much with it. We got fan, that, defrost. This has not freed up yet. But I'm definitely gonna have to do some work under dash because the water did come in. It soaked everything, which is a shame, but we're still gonna clean it up. We are gonna do the best we can. Look at that beautiful saddle. Gorgeous. So we're gonna do the best we can with what we got. So I cleaned it up first because I wanted to see what I was dealing with. If this car was too far gone, it wasn't worth putting money into. So I went through the hassle of trying to clean it up first. Thankfully, it cleaned up. It shined up nice. It looks really good. So the next video you see on this, we're going to get it running. We're going to pull the plugs. We're going to... I got to pull the carburetor because it looks like after the Titanic sunk, they went down to the bottom. They pulled this carburetor off of one of the Titanic engines, brought it up, and set it on this car. That's how bad it looks. But we're going to see about getting the Titanic carb off. I think I have another 2-barrel out back. If not, I'm going to find a 2 to 4 barrel, one of those 4-barrel to 2-barrel adapters, and like flip it, because technically that's not a 4-barrel onto 2-barrel intake. Technically, it's supposed to be a 4-barrel intake and put a 2-barrel on it. But I digress. So we'll see about maybe putting a 2-barrel on this if I have one. If not, we'll throw a 4-barrel on it. See if we can get the basics, get it to run. I'm sure if it runs, it's going to drive. The rear brakes are locked up on it, which is why it's on skates. It does shift through the gears on this. Oh, I don't have a key in it. But it does shift through the gears. But it feels like it's locked in park, or the wheels are just locked up. Yeah, I just noticed. Next oil change is 51,000 miles. And this car has 48,838. So they put about 800 miles on this thing on its last oil change. Such a shame. We did get rid of a lot of the smell. There is more to go. I think more of it will go when we get rid of this headliner. But we're going to get things pulled down, cleaned up. Maybe try and get that headliner out later today. But this video is going to end. Next video is going to cut in with us pulling some stuff off the motor and seeing what we're getting into and how bad it is. Hopefully it's salvageable. If not, big block. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow along to Uncle Buck in the resurrection. And we'll see you on the flip side.